What is up, everybody? Extra sleepy morning. It's Wednesday. I'm not going to lie, for the first, 30 minutes of the day, I thought it was Thursday. Upload the Thursday image for the backdrop. Just to learn, it's Wednesday. It is Wednesday. It was a late night last night. Not for any exciting reasons, except, well, it was a little bit exciting. We had a good DFS sweat last night. So we were monitoring the Nets and the Blazers, and what was the other one? The Warriors and the Sixers. So we had some sweats going on last night. So sleepy, but some more money. So we like that. How's everybody doing this morning? We got a bunch of people in the chat already. Good to see some Dre, Daniel D, Joe Boyles, Alex, Spaceman. It's good to see y'all. Also, hey, shout out to everyone who, swung by Peter and Patrick stream last night. That was fun. That was a good time. All right, let's get down to it. Let's get in to some basketball stuff. Curious everyone's thoughts on the marketplace right now too. I know there was like a hot minute where it felt like things were rebounding a little bit and people were excited. And then it was like, hey, just a reminder, it hasn't rebounded yet. So where are people at right now? I'm still monitoring. I haven't bought anything in the last couple of days, but I'm looking. As long as the prices keep going down, we're gonna sneak in there. I think we're gonna still monitor and then go scoop some stuff. But let's look at somebody. Let's look at some of the games from last night. So this is what we'll do, right? We'll go over some of the moments from last night. We'll look at some of the challenges. We'll get into some questions, all that stuff. Oh, so hey, Joe doing the Lord's work right now. If this is your first time here, subscribe. We love it. If it's also just like the stream. Let's see. There's 48 people in here right now. 17 likes. We're trying to stay at 50%. That's the goal, right? All right. Let's get another sip of coffee and let's get going. So a couple things last night. The Lakers. So, Tampa Bay Tommy. What up? What up, Joe Vu? All right. The Lakers are in trouble right now. I mean, not like long-term trouble, I don't think, but like short-term trouble. We're going to see a lot of L's, I think. And the Pelicans, I know, is such a Jekyll and Hyde team anyways. But Ingram had a pretty monster game against them last night. And I want to just make sure I got the line right. But I think he hit 30. Did he get to 30 points? Yeah, Ingram 36, 3 and 4 last night in a pretty easy win for the Pelicans. Pelicans are so weird, man. They're so weird where they can, I mean, again, the Lakers are pretty shorthanded right now, but they can beat anybody, but also beat anybody by 20 and lose to anybody by 20. But Brandon Ingram, Series 1's only 215. And this is like across the board, right? Across the board, all the Series 1 moments have been down. And I still think like long-term, they have the greatest value. I'm not saying I'm super high on Ingram or the Pelicans right now, but when you do look at Series 1 and the type of player that Ingram is at 215, that seems a little silly. I know he's come up before too. It also makes you wonder, like, some of the ancillary pieces, right? Because Lonzo is for real in some trade rumors. I know he sat last night from a hip. He had a hip issue, but it seems like he's moving. There were some real Nuggets rumors, some real Clippers rumors. So it does feel like Lonzo's going to move. Also, just shout out Finland in the house right here. We love that. We love that. Ooh, at Savant 2 is some breaking news. LaMelo will be reevaluated in 4 weeks. Hopefully he comes back this season. Wow. Well, we're going to mute for a cough. All right, we're back. So I wanted to look at some of the other pieces of the Pelicans. So if Lonzo moves, who does that help? So obviously it probably creates a little more usage for Ingram and Zion, but I don't think too much. Because I don't think Lonzo was stealing a lot of usage. But the two guards that come to mind, and it's not going to be Eric Bledsoe. I tell you that right now. It is not going to be Eric Bledsoe. But Nickeil Alexander-Walker is like super cheap. And I think this dude, man, I don't know. I wouldn't say he loves passing. I don't know if I'd say he hates it, but he doesn't love it. So if he gets the ball, it's going up. And he's usually pretty productive in his minutes. He's going to get shots up. Last night, he started in place of Lonzo, put up 18, 7, and 3. So you're going to see his role expand if Lonzo gets moved. I like Alexander Walker. I think if you're just taking cheap flyers, I'm not saying go buy the Rising Star. And that Rising Star moment, I think I got that at 390. 390, and that is just diving. But his series 2 out of 12K, 12,000 LE, only $30. That's interesting. I'm not saying go get it. I'm just saying take a look. The other dude, and I actually think he's going to be impacted a little bit less. Maybe it stabilizes his minutes a little bit more. But Nickeil Alexander-Walker just gets shots up. But Kira Lewis Jr., the rookie, so this is his first moment on the site. It's going to get all the badges. It's a nice little play, nice little layup. Is that over Jokic? No, who's that over? Oh my God, that's not even the Nuggets. Embarrassing. That's over Cameron Payne. I don't know how I confused Cameron Payne with Jokic. Yikes. But yeah, 300 for a rookie. I don't know, just somebody to pay attention to. Is JJ Redick on this site, by the way? Is he here yet? No, not yet. I'm just curious. I think he's going to get moved too. So I'm curious to see. Curious to see what's going to happen. All right, let's see. What else we got here? Just making sure I'm not missing anything important in the chat. I mean, everything's important. Everything's important. On the Lakers side of things, when we think about what that's going to look like for the next few weeks while LeBron's out, Schroeder's going to, we've talked about Schroeder before too, right? Where if you think the Lakers are really going to repeat, Schroeder needs to be the third piece in there. He's going to have to do he's going to have to play a little off ball with LeBron on the floor, but with LeBron off the floor, he's a little bit more on ball. So if you think the Lakers are still going to make their run, which I do, I still think as long as they're healthy in the playoffs. So you're going to see Schroeder's offensive numbers go up for the next few weeks, and then it's going to roll right into the playoffs, and we're just going to see him on TV a bunch. So Schroeder's someone that I'm paying attention to. I'm not trying to buy high. I like $22 for a Series 1 moment right now. I mean, I'm sorry, Series 2 out of 15K. But his first moment on the site is 128, and that's pretty cheap. Montrezl Harrell's another dude where the thing about Harrell, no matter who they have on their team, whether it's Gasol, whether it's Andre Drummond, where there's a lot of Drummond rumors, 111 for his Series 1, 128 for his another Series 1, and I believe this is actually his first moment. So 111 for his first moment on the site is pretty good. Sorry, I was just highlighting this one. That's Schroeder. So Harrell again, same thesis, right? You think the Lakers are going to go repeat. You're going to see a lot of national television Harrell, who is going to come off the bench. The thing that worries me about Montrezl, though, I'll be honest, we just saw what big men did to him in the playoffs last year. Like if the Lakers get matched up against the Nuggets, he can't play because Jokic just like wiped the floor with him. So I don't know. Somebody to pay attention to. So the other dude, I'm saying dude a lot this morning. I apologize. The other guy we got to talk about with the trade deadline right around the corner. So if you're unaware, the trade deadline is tomorrow, I think at 3 p.m. Eastern. I don't think Drummond's going to get traded because I don't think the Lakers have enough for that to make sense. But he is like a real buyout candidate. And all reports are saying it's either going to be the Lakers or the Nets. So when you think about it like that, it's not like he's going to get bought out and go to Toronto right now. So if he gets bought out, he's going to a finals contending team. And I'm not saying go get it, but like metallic gold is 320 for Series 2. That's not the one I'd go get, but it's just like Drummond is very underpriced, mainly because he hasn't played for a month. I think we're at the point now, we've gone so far the other way on Drummond that he's underrated. I think for so long we were like, okay, yeah, cool. He's going to put up like 15 points and 20 boards a couple times a week, but he's not going to make you good. But now I think we're at the point where if you throw Drummond in instead of Gasol, if you throw Drummond in instead of Jeff Green, instead of DeAndre Jordan, like that's a pretty big upgrade. So Drummond, Series 1, first moment on the site. No, this is his first moment on the site. 335. I'm just saying, if all of a sudden he's going to go, Worm saying just sold my Drummond. Interesting. I like it. Yeah. So I like Drummond. I don't like Drummond as a basketball player, but I like the idea of Drummond if he goes to the Lakers or the Nets. All right. We're out of milk this morning, so our coffee's black today. So that's why you're seeing me like after every sip. That's why. Somebody put in the chat, what about Talon Horton-Tucker? So I love Talon Horton-Tucker. So does the Lakers Nation. All right, he's come down to 150 a little bit. He was over 200 yesterday. I don't think I want to go by 200. What's weird about Talon Horton-Tucker too is the Frank Vogel every once in a while will just be like, hey, I'm not going to play you today. Sure, we're very shorthanded with talent. You don't have it. And he just like won't play. So he's still kind of in this weird rotation where he might play 30 minutes. He might play 5. But I like Talon Horton-Tucker overall. I think he's a great play. I'm still monitoring the price. There's still so many of these moments that come out on the marketplace. So I'm waiting. I'm not getting it at 149. Might be wrong, but I'm not getting it here. All right, let's go over to the Nuggets just for a second. Jokic, what was Jokic's line last night? Was it like 25, 15, and 10? Let me just double check. They had, it was a ho-hum victory against the Magic, but it's just a reminder that he's 28, 15, and 10. Jokic just continues to put up these bonkers numbers. And I just still think he's undervalued. Again, when we talk about like cheap entry points, right? Like you're not trying to spend 10 grand. You're on a budget, only a couple $100. You're telling me you can get a Jokic. Sure, it's out of 35K, but for $23, you get the front running MVP candidate. For $64, it's his 15K moment. And then you know what? His base series 1 is actually going up a little bit because I think it was around 1,000 for a while and is now up to 1,500. And his metallic gold, which was down at 6K yesterday, is now at 6,900. So maybe we're seeing people. We're constantly going to see Jokic highlights for the rest of the season, and he's going to be mentioned on every podcast as an MVP front runner. So maybe Jokic is going to start getting a little more love. Another dude who didn't have like a monster game, but Michael Porter Jr. is just the thing that I'm really excited about with Michael Porter Jr. is he's getting regular minutes. He's not getting screwed around by Mike Malone as much anymore. So again, series 1 dunk out of 3,200 is $390. His 15K moment is only $24. It's only $24. And his first moment on the site has dipped below $1,000 now. Michael Porter Jr. has like a pretty good ceiling on a talented team that's fun to watch. So I think he's underpriced. Oh, and one more thought. We talked about the Lonzo trade and how that might impact other people, but let's talk about Lonzo himself because he's rumored to go to either the Clippers or the Nuggets right now. And I'm fingers crossed. I'm rooting for the Nuggets because I like the Nuggets more and I don't like the Clippers. But I also think he's a great fit there, right? Because we talked about him yesterday or 2 days ago. He's awesome off ball. Now he's a great 3-point shooter. He can also spare Murray some point guard minutes if Murray wants to play off ball or just when Murray's getting rest. So, and it's gone up a little. I think this was 220 yesterday. His first series moment is now 247. I think this is a steal. I think this is an absolute steal, and I don't own it, so I need to do that. And I'm going to cough. Hold on. All right, we're back. We're back, and we didn't mute. So Lonzo, and then let's talk about if Lonzo goes to the Nuggets, he's getting moved, and I saw this in the chat. He'll probably get moved for like Bol. And Bol, I don't know. I mean, Bol has a lot of talent. If he goes to the Pelicans, you assume he's going to play, right? So Bol is interesting. I'll pay attention to it. I don't think I'm going to go buy it, but look, his first moment on the site it's this one, right? That's his metallic gold series 1. So where's this at up here? 269 for his first moment on the site. I don't hate that. So those, and let's look at a couple more trade deadline guys. Buddy Hield 1. Wow, that's down to 100. We've been looking at this and it's been in the 160s, right? That's down to 100. That's down to the 160s now. Wow. The 100s now. Yeah, I like Buddy, and he's another one rumored to be moved. Although it feels like the Kings have some real false confidence issues. They're like, we don't need to make moves because we're really good. The Kings are not really good. So Buddy seems to be an interesting piece that could get moved. Like a nice 3-point shooter, whether he's starting or coming off the bench, adding like he's going to have value no matter where he goes. So that's too cheap. I think I saw somebody put him in the chat. 100 is way too cheap. Also, just a reminder, listen, where are we at? Let's do some business. There are over 100 people watching and only 37 likes on the stream. We got to stay at 50% by the law. By the law, we got to be at 50%. So if you do me a favor, just like the stream real quick. Also, I haven't plugged the Discord yet. If you are a fan of Discords and want to hang out a little bit more, I'm going to share our link to the Discord to join Top Shot Takes. We're also going to be streaming tonight with the whole crew. The whole crew. It won't just be me. So Greg and Dustin will be joining. So make sure we hang out tonight. All right. 2 more trade guys I want to talk about. And one, I swear to God, please, if Marcus Smart gets traded for Aaron Gordon, shoot me. Aaron Gordon asked to leave Orlando. This is what I want to say. Aaron Gordon, a couple times a year, is going to put up crazy numbers. He's going to shoot he'll have a month where he shoots 40% from three or something. He'll have like a 40-point game, and everyone's like, Aaron Gordon, someone needs to unlock him. I don't know, man. How many years do you have to go before, as potential to be unlocked before you just don't get unlocked? I don't know. I think, sure, if he gets moved to a team that's on TV a little bit more, there's room for upside. I just don't see him going to the Celtics and then all of a sudden the Celtics figuring it out. I don't see Aaron Gordon being the missing piece. When you look at the roster of the Sixers, the Bucks, the Nets, I don't see Aaron Gordon fixing any of those holes. Sure, I mean, it beefs up the 4-5 position if they want to go small too, but I don't know. It's definitely an upgrade from what they have. I just don't know if that's the missing piece. So I think, me personally, the way I would approach this is if we see a spike at the trade deadline, so say his $18 moment, then all of a sudden is like $40, I'm just flipping it there. I don't see that continuing to go to the moon. Even if he does go to the Celtics and the Celtics make a run, I don't think it's going to be because of Aaron Gordon. So I don't know. Let me look at the chat. I'd be curious to see thoughts on that. Yeah. Okay. Not a lot of people freaking out about. Yeah, and why can you? Oh, what's up, Rob? Rob's in the chat. What's up, Rob? The Marcus Smart. I don't know. How would you? I don't understand the justification for moving Smart for Gordon. And maybe it's because I have some of these Marcus Smart moments, but yeah, I just don't get it. The other dude, who I actually like a little bit more, and we've talked about Bogdan a bunch. Apparently, he's a little pissed off that he hasn't been traded or that he wants to get traded. I don't know. I don't know what he's mad. I guess he's mad he didn't start and that he's not starting right now for the Hawks. And I just Bogdanovich had an injury, was out for a long period of time. Then he came back and they eased him back in. He's still playing 30 minutes a game. I don't fully understand why he's pissed off. Bogdanovich, I'm actually more interested in it as a trade piece than I am Aaron Gordon. I'm way higher on that. But again, if it costs you Marcus Smart to do it, I don't know. I'm not into that. But overall, I like paying attention to Bogdanovich. I think he's really good. All right, cool. Let's Bogdan just got to Atlanta. Nifty Hustle wants to ask about Peyton Pritchard. Let's see what his price is at now. He was in the 300s for a while. I just don't. Why is he $300? That's the thing. Why is he I mean, I like Peyton Pritchard. Just some of these rookies feel a little overpriced, in my opinion. Yeah, and if we're being honest about the Celtics, I mean, they're just going to talk about making deals without making deals, right? I mean, no deal is actually going to happen. All right, let's take a look at the challenges. Let's get an update on the challenges. Pope is in trade rumors too. Oh, for the Lakers. Yeah, Caldwell Pope's their only piece that they can move right now, right? They're not going to move Talon Horton-Tucker. So, yeah, if I'm a team, do you want Caldwell Pope though? I don't know. I'm too burned by daily fantasy sports where I've never gotten Caldwell Pope right. So no, I get the rookie and 3 badges thing. I get it. I think short term that's really cool. But if you get a bad player's rookie card, is that good? You know? How many? Let's see. I'm trying to think. Name a rookie from 3 years ago. Okay, Aaron Nesmith. I don't know. Is Aaron Nesmith on the site? How valuable do we think an Aaron Nesmith? Okay, he's not there yet. I just mean nobody cares about bad rookies. It only is worth something if they end up being a good player. So I guess if you're super high on Peyton Pritchard to turn into not just a rotational guy, not a rotational guy on a good team, he's got to turn into an all-star, right? How many non-all-star rookie cards for careers are very good? How many Dana Barros rookie cards are you sitting on right now? Or Dino Raja. Maybe Dino Raja has more. I don't know. Yeah, that's where I'm at on those. Yeah, once there's more rookies, those rookies will go down in value. I agree with this. But again, I think if you believe in the player, here, I'll give you an example. And I talked about this dude last night with Pete and Davis and Pat, Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart is kind of a rookie people are sleeping on. That's down to 2. I might straight up buy this right now. But he's down to 215. I think he's going to be a really good player. I think he's got higher upside than a Peyton Pritchard. or Devin Vassell. I do like Devin Vassell on the Spurs. I saw someone mention that, but I like Stewart a little bit more. And Rashawn Holmes. Yeah, we need Rashawn Holmes on the site. I love Rashawn Holmes. I hope he gets traded. Somebody free Rashawn Holmes. I feel like no matter where Rashawn Holmes is, it's just a disrespectful situation. He was on the Sixers when no one was paying attention to the Sixers. Where else did he go? Was he on the Rockets for a little bit? Or did he go right to the Kings? I forget. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the challenge. We'll get a challenge update. Let's get a challenge update. All right, where we are. Seeing stars. Okay, let's share this. All right, let's take a peek. Can you all see that? All right, yeah. A lot of Rashawn Holmes love in the chat, by the way. I'm seeing that. I do. I like Rashawn Holmes. Also, yeah, I like this take too, X-Ticas. So Series 1 superstars over Series 2 fringe rookies. I'm with you on that. All right, here we go. So looking at the seeing stars right now, man, these have just freaking plummeted. Absolutely plummeted. 1597. We're under 1600. Under 1600 for Durant right now. This was like almost 3K. And the LeBron was over 4K. I think it was actually almost 5K. It's now down to 2200. This is the problem I'm having right now. Right? This is like a bear run right now. And I think like this is going to go up eventually. I don't know how much value are in these specific seeing star moments, but I am wondering now, like, are these reward moments being over or undervalued and overlooked? Like, because all of these prices, so I can't tell if because all the prices are dipping, are people freaking out and being like, oh, I'm not completing the challenge now because these are worthless. Because if that's the case, then I do think there is room to like come in and swoop these. Someone just said 192 for Luka in the Excel. Let me just double check that. I'm pretty sure. Let's see, Luka, seeing star. Oh wait, does that say? Yeah, that's a mistake. Or unless, and that might not have been a mistake. Someone might have just sold it. But listen, we'll update this in real time. Maybe it was supposed to be 492 and I just missed it. But still 2,500. Good catch. Good catch, Billy. All right. So yeah, anyways, I'm starting to wonder. I'm starting to wonder if that's wrong. Okay, now I'm seeing there's a Steph Curry 1-2. The Steph Curry one was 397 this morning, though. I feel confident about that. So maybe that's sold. But updating this, no, that says 390 right now for seeing stars. Yeah. Okay. So again, I'm just wondering, do we think maybe we're now underestimating the worth of the rewards? Not seeing stars as a whole. Again, I'm not really super interested in seeing stars, but it just makes you wonder. All right, let's go back down to rising stars now, because that's the one I'm very interested in. This is the one that I think actually has more value, just because these are young players. Like, everyone freaking out about rookies, but these not only are these like rookies and second-year players, but they're good ones, right? So you're not worried about the Aaron Nesmiths. So Ja is down to 700. Ja's down to 700 right now. Well, first of all, all right, let's start with Edwards. Edwards, to complete that challenge, was over 11K like a week ago. 11K. It's down 4K. Now, a lot of that is tied into LaMelo, but look at all the Wiseman's down under 1,400. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 dudes under 400. Keldon down at 400. Also, someone explain to me why Rui Hachimura is worth more than Keldon Johnson, Lou Dort, even Brandon Clark. Like, what are we doing? But yeah, now, so it's becoming, I mean, it's still very expensive, right? Very expensive, but it's becoming a little bit more possible to complete the Edwards. And again, same question. Do we think not a lot of people are going to complete it because we just keep seeing the value go down? And while I'm talking, I'm going to search Greg Murray on Twitter because I want to see if he has an update on where we are at here with the challenges. Here we go. Yeah. I'm going to come off this for a second and we're going to share. I want to share Greg Murray's Twitter. Greg is a great follow. You can follow him at _G Murray. But we look at this, right? So already Cool Cats Master, it's on pace for 455. All right. I'm not interested in that run right now. The All-Star game, 258. There's still a ways to go on that, right? So still Still a ways to go. Metallic Gold, 76. Seeing Stars. All right, so now we're at to 2,800 Durants. 2,800 Durants, but I think we're almost at the point where I wonder, actually, I don't know. I wonder how high that's going to go. The Edwards is now up to 600. So I guess we are seeing that because it's becoming more affordable, more people are diving in on that. The Conley's up to 5K. Cool Cats 3 is 1,800 already. And then Seeing Stars 2 is 1,900. So, I mean, listen, you're going to get an Edwards rookie moment where he's the dunk of the year so far. The dunk of the year so far. And like, this is probably going to be sub 1,000, right? So I like that. All right, let's go back to the spreadsheet. That's probably like hard to read right now, but let's go back to it. So Halliburton's dipped below a K. No one in the Zion challenge is over $1,000. So a Halliburton rookie moment is under 1,000. Morant, Ja, who I'm so high on Ja, and I know, like, I don't know. I feel like he's not as sexy this year to everybody. He's 700. Denny Avdia is under 300. RJ Barrett. I actually thought RJ Barrett dipped below 400, but maybe not. Alexander Walker in the 260s. Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. criminally underpriced. Theo Maledon under 300. Heroes dip below 400 and Precious. So like it's now under 4K to complete this. So I know someone asked me if I bought the Ja yet. No, we're still monitoring. But full disclosure, I'm higher on the Zion challenge because I'm trying to complete it. But right now I believe I've secured the Halliburton, the Alexander Walker, Porter Jr., Maledon, and Denny. So that's where I'm at. All right. I thought I saw a question on that too, so I'm sorry if I missed it. Yeah, so Max says, you think once the reveal what the LeBron series stars and Zion rising star moments are, this will go up. I think we do know what I can't remember what the LeBron seeing stars is, but the Zion rising stars, I believe, is like a sick block that turns into like a alley-oop to Brandon Ingram. So yeah, our rewards, and if you get a reward, right, so it's the serial, you like it randomly shows up, and the serial is random as well. So that's what's kind of fun about these, is that especially the ones like where you see an Edwards is going to be sub 1,000. It's like, holy shit, maybe you have a pretty good chance at a low serial Anthony Edwards. So that's why I kind of like that one. All right, let's keep going in the challenge. I know I'm getting a little distracted. Also, hey, shout out. Thanks for coming on over, and shout out to Peter Overzet. So if you don't, I'm sure all of you are already aware of Club Top Shot and Peter Overzet on YouTube. But if you're not, go follow them. They're great. All right, Mike Conley down to 316. So this was so I update this every morning right before we go live. What's nuts about the Mike Conley challenge is it's the only one going up right now. And I don't know if it's because it's the most affordable. So people are like, okay, cool. But it's the only one that's going up a couple bucks. I think it was like 310 and it went up $6. So again, I mean, it's exciting to complete a challenge. I think it's cool. So I get it. If you want to go after it. But like we saw on Greg Murray's Twitter, I think there's almost 5,000 of those already. So many. All-Star Challenge, these continue to go down too. I mean, that Steph Curry moment, which is so cool, is only $1,000. Like, to me, that's the only moment I want out of there. If I get a Zion or Luka, whatever, cool. But that Steph Curry is $1,000. Like, I feel like that's the only moment that holds real value. Overall, I'm kind of out on this. I mean, I would have gotten the pack. Full disclosure, would have bought the pack. But yeah, I just don't know long term. I guess because it's the first All-Star pack, maybe it's got more moments, but I mean more value. But I don't know. I'm not super high on it. All right, and last but not least, Cool Cats. So Cool Cats, not too much movement. We saw they're settling around like RJ 94, SGA's 94, Porzingis 88, and then Dragic and Sabonis in the 70s. And then I was a little nervous these right here were going to skyrocket. And it seems like Dort, Boucher, Portal, Nurk, Capella, it's all leveling out in the 16 to 20 range. So that's kind of nice because I was a little nervous I was going to freak out. But when you think about Cool Cats 2 and how it costs like a house to complete Cool Cats 2, and then Cool Cats 3 is like 520 total. So yeah, I mean, I think that was the goal, right? This is supposed to be a common challenge, not a rare or legendary challenge. So for it to be like a little bit more reasonable, I think that's good news. How many of you guys are going after both like either Cool Cats 3 or the Master? the Master Cool Cats. Be curious. I want to know. And if you went after Cool Cats 2, are you still going? Warren asked, Cats 3 is an L, right? Jokic won't be valued more than AD equals top shot hating big man. Yeah, so I think, I mean, and this was like outlined to us like during Cool Cats 2, and I think we all just ignored it because we were so excited for the bull run that was happening. But again, they wanted it to be a common challenge. We knew the amount of moments, like the Cool Cats 1 was out of 5,000. Cool Cats 2 is out of 10,000. And I believe Cool Cats 3 is out of 15,000. So they're trying to make it more reasonable to complete it. And we also knew that the real value was the Master Challenge, right? So getting that LaMelo at the end of the Yellow Brick Road or whatever is why the Luka had so much value. But now, when you're seeing that the Luka max is like 3,400, right? So the max amount of LaMelo Master Cool Cats is like 3,400. So when you see there's 7K ADs, the real value of AD is having it for the Master Challenge. And so like only 3,400 of them are going to be worth anything. And when you see like a surplus of that, that's kind of why. So I think we'll see these prices stay around there. I'd be very surprised if we do it again. King Coakley. I stare at my Cool Cats 2 and weep, if that answers your question, but it was a learning experience. Yeah, I mean, I know I overpaid when I bought them pretty early, and in retrospect, I was pretty high on the LaMelo Cool Cat because I wanted it. But in retrospect, you could have sold all at the peak of Cool Cats 2. I probably could have sold my entire Cool Cats 1 and Cool Cats 2 collection and paid for our wedding. So in retrospect, kind of a bummer. But yeah, I think because I still have Cool Cats 1 and 2 and I love Jokic. Yeah, this is what Gershon says. Just Cool Cats 3 because I'm a Jokic fan. That's kind of where I'm at too. Like I love Jokic. I still want to go after it. It's a little bit more affordable. So I think that's where I'm at as well. I think anyways, as long as the prices stay a little bit reasonable. And I feel like I gave Rob King Coakley a hard time for moving off his LaMelo Rising Star, only because I was like, you could complete that. You have like the most expensive Rising Star moment and you could complete that Edwards, but selling it at 4,700 is looking very sharp right now. So congrats. Yeah. I do wish that, I was waiting to see what the Cool Cats prices were going to do. And it seemed like Cool Cats 3, the first like hour, they were all very cheap, and I'm kicking myself a little bit for not getting in on there as well. All right, listen, we are at 64 likes and 159 people on here right now. So that means we just need a few more likes to say that 50%. So let's go. Let's go. All right. What else do we need to look at Top Shot today? What else is cooking? Let me share screen to get back into there. What other questions do you guys have? I know there's a lot of trade deadline stuff. I guess let's have a longer conversation about the trade deadline in general. Do we think that's outside of like the initial day? Do we think it's going to have any like long-term effect? Yeah. OG, we're on the same line of thinking. For me personally, when's the last time a big trade happened, that a mid-season trade happened and they were like a key piece in a finals run? I just feel like sometimes trades are overblown a little bit, that we put a higher value on them than they actually are. Like we talked about Aaron Gordon earlier, but if Aaron Gordon, I don't know what team Aaron Gordon comes to, and then all of a sudden Aaron Gordon is like the breakout star of like a playoff team. Because at best, the person being added to that team is coming off the bench, right? Because that's what I know that happened with Blake, right? Actually, let's check on Blake's price right now, because I feel like that's leveling out a little bit. But people said the same thing about Blake. And I mean, I guess it does give him a little bump if he wins a finals, but it's not like he's going to be out there doing stuff. Wow, it's down to $55. This was at a couple hundred a few days ago. This is now at a point where I'm interested in Blake. But yeah, I just don't think, I don't know. That's where I'm at. Oh, Ruben with a great call. Pow. And I'll say though, when that deal happened, that was treated like it was robbery, right? Everyone lost their damn mind. They were like, wait, they traded what for Powell? in that moment, people thought that was like a ridiculous trade. So shout out that different Grizzlies ownership at that or management at that time. But so yeah, I think when it's ancillary pieces like that, where not Powell, but like an Aaron Gordon, a Buddy, I do think Buddy would have a little more value. But let's look at Lowry's a good one, Worm. That's a good one. Because Lowry Lowry can come in and make a huge difference right away. Whether he goes to the Sixers or the Heat. I'll be curious if they move him. So let's look. Where's Lowry's first moment? Here we go. So it's this bad boy, but not metallic gold. 555 for his first moment. Okay, and that's only out of 1532. Yeah, Lowry's someone who I could see coming in and making a massive difference right away. Like I could see, yeah. A lot of people saying that. Rasheed Wallace is another good call too. That's another good call. Rob, do we think the sharps are learning when to buy, sell challenge moments and the market is slightly solved, similar to when stacking was figured out in DFS, or is it still the Wild West? That's a great question. I think we're still figuring it out challenge wise, because I think we're seeing it. I just don't think the Seeing Stars challenge and the Cool Cats challenge. I think there's a difference between those ones and the Rising Stars. But I will say, I think the swings are going to be a little bit less. And I don't even know if it's the sharps are figuring out. I just think, I mean, you're hearing it in the chat, right? Or everywhere, where everyone was so scorned by Cool Cats, right? Everybody was so pissed off about the Cool Cats 2 challenge. We all got left holding fat bags with massive holes in it. I think now there's just a little bit more hesitancy. So I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe that means it's sharps figuring it out, but I think everyone is just kind of treading lightly right now. Do you see the PJ? Wait, what's this trade right here, David? PJ. Oh, you mean PJ Tucker? Yeah, that's a good call. We might see that, right? And that's kind of how I value it too. I don't know. I'm not super interested on scooping guys because they're about to get traded. Yeah, that's at least traded at the trade deadline. Like I think a trade like the Karis LeVert or with James Harden or the Victor Oladipo, I think those are a little bit bigger because they're happening early on. They have more time to acclimate. I just don't think the trade deadline deals are huge. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Wait, I saw Top Shot Tacos comment, but I don't know what the one was before that. Tacos, I missed it. I think Kyle being traded will have an effect on his moment because he's going to be remembered as a Raptor, so people are going to value those moments more. Yeah, that's a great point. That is a great point. I'm so fascinated, not even from a Top Shot sense, but just like what Lowry's going to do, what the Raptors are going to do. I'm so interested in that. Kyle, let's talk about my red dot notification won't go away. Actually, I do want to talk about Tyrese Maxey because if the Sixers do make the moves, it's Maxey, right? And I like Tyrese Maxey quite a bit. And I think in an offense where he gets to play a little bit, it could be 252 might be too cheap for him. Also, right, I do think if the Raptors move Lowry, does that mean they also move Powell too? Because Powell's at the end of his contract. So do they just move both of them? And if that happens, then you're going to see Fred VanVleet's usage go through the roof. And if whoever they pick up, like I do think Tyrese Maxey could be a good call. Yeah, I like that a lot. This was a great call. And yeah, and Tika said the kind of guy that will take a bunch of shots in Toronto would be incentivized to let him learn. Yeah, I agree. I mean, especially if it's like it'd be Fred VanVleet and Maxey as your backcourt. And I think I forget what podcast this was yesterday, maybe the Hoop Collective with Brian Windhorst, but he was saying that the Raptors were picking in the 20s last year anyway. So they're already pretty well versed on Tyrese Maxey because that's right around where he went. But the Sixers picked before the Raptors, I believe. And that's how Maxey gets scooped. So they should be, if they go get Maxey, it's because they want Maxey, I think. And so that they want to use him. So I like that. Yeah. All right, let's what we haven't done yet? Holy hell, we are 40 minutes in. We haven't checked in our boy PJ Washington. Are you kidding me? And while we look up PJ, let's do a real check. We're at 80 likes and 184 people. We got to just like the stream. We got to stay at 50%. Let's get it over 100. Let's get it over 100. Also, some programming notes. We usually do the morning marketplace every Monday through Friday, every weekday. This coming Friday, so I'll be here tomorrow, but on Friday, I'm not going to be here. And then on Monday, I won't be here because, listen, we got to take some time off. We got to rest the vocals. And I'm going to Boston. All right. Holy hell. This is down to 259. Woo, baby. 259. Steal time. This is a steal. I like this. I like PJ right now. I'm excited about it. For potential rookie of the year. All right, Cameron, let's talk about this. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. Let's just look at Anthony Edwards' moments as well. I want to know what. So people are moving off their LaMelos because he's not going to win rookie of the year. And I know I did this yesterday, so I apologize. Or 2 days ago. Why? What great player is remembered for winning rookie of the year? Right? What great player is oh man, he won rookie of the year, so that's why he's a badass. I think the rookie of the year, I think the rookie moment, having the rookie moment is still very compelling. I understand the value in having a rookie moment, but I don't think it's tied to them winning rookie of the year, right? The only reason we remember rookie of the year is if they didn't turn into somebody great, like Michael Carter-Williams, or, even Malcolm Brogdon. And this is what I looked up yesterday. Malcolm Brogdon won rookie of the year. So, and he is dirt cheap, $10 for his 35K moment compared to Edwards, who's 123. And not that they should be the same moment, but just making the point that I don't think rookie of the year is what's tied to the value. I think if you want to pick up Anthony Edwards, it's because you believe Anthony Edwards is going to be a really good player and that he's a rookie. Unless you're just I'm going to pick it up now and then I'm going to flip it the second he wins rookie of the year. I just don't think I think we put way too much value on that rookie of the year award. I just don't think you remember it. Yeah. So Aaron says, great short-term honor and nice to talk about for fan bases for struggling teams like the Wolves. But yeah, long-term, man. Yeah, but I think but Cameron, to your point, if you're oh, I'm going to scoop the Anthony right now, hope he wins rookie of the year, and then flip him. Totally get that. There's also weird, not weird, but I know the analytics crew don't really love what Anthony Edwards is doing out there right now, and a lot of those have rookie of the year votes. So I do wonder. I think and actually this is a good transition to look up Emmanuel Quickly. But I think Quickly and Halliburton, no one's talking about their rookie of the year chances. But I think I think they have just as good of a chance as Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is going to get up more shots for sure, but Emmanuel Quickly is going to be on a good team. I think Halliburton is just fun to watch too. So Emmanuel Quickly, it's still $700. I'm hoping this comes down a little bit more, but I really want this. Emmanuel Quickly is a fun player. And let's look up Halliburton's first moment too. I'm pretty sure that's over $1,000, right? Wow, just over $1,000. Whoo, Halliburton. We love it. Also, I'm seeing a lot of chat about how LaMelo's first moment sucks. And you're right, it does. It's not an assist. It's not a real assist. We have to be honest with ourselves. They gave him that. Assist. Ooh, Worm picked up a Quickly. Nice. I like that, Worm. Yeah, he's box office right now. I agree. He's got some pretty cool highlights, so that's definitely part of it. Will my Anthony Davis seeing star bounce back once LeBron is released? Maybe a little bit. I'm not sure, though. That's a good question about the LaMelo, though, right? Do we think, it'll always have a ton of value because it's his base moment. It's his first moment. But do we think as more moments become available, people will gravitate towards cooler moments? I don't know. Oh, this is a good point too by NKU. If they add a rookie of the year badge, yeah, that could help. I'm sure that could help. That's a good point. Halliburton was 800 yesterday. Wow. I missed that. Thoughts on Merrill getting 2 badges, but man, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know. I guess if you already have a Sam Merrill, cool. But I wouldn't be actively pursuing Sam Merrills. That's what I would say. I'm not trying, like, I'm not going out there to get players that I don't think have a long future in the NBA. Yeah. This is a good point, too, by Kyle. The injury is going to keep, like, how many Series 1 moments. Although I guess, yeah, that is a good point. It's going to keep how many Series 2 moments, I'm sorry, from, like, this season. That's a really good point. Yeah, let's pull up LeBron. I want to pull up some of those base moments and see what he's doing right now. Because it does seem like he's dropping quite a bit. His 35K is down around 150. Wow, this 7,500 is under 1,000 now. Wow. I'm feeling a little bit better about, well, I still flipped it way too low. Man, what a dummy. What a dummy who flipped his LeBron. But the 3 is under 700 too. Yeah, that feels like it goes back up, right? And the Durant 7,500 has like plummeted too. It's now, that was under 500 yesterday and is now at the 508 range. But yeah, too cheap. Those are too cheap. Those feel like those go up again. Those have to go up again, right? That's the thesis behind the LeBron 3. I can see the day when it's more valued than the 7,500 just because it will always be one of those moments overall. Yeah, that's true, right? That moment is so cool. That 3 is so cool. Yeah, so according to Office Hours, we're going to talk about this a little bit more tonight, but it sounds like it's going to happen very soon, right? It sounds like the badges are going to happen very soon. So be ready. Be ready for the badges. I'm very interested to see how like the market reacts to that right away. I wonder if that's more of a delayed implied value where you would think most of the people on Top Shot right now, maybe not though, because it's a big number and there's only 185 people in here, but most of the people are aware of the badges, right? So when they see it, is that all of a sudden going to shoot the value up? Or is this more of a thing like 5 years from now as Top Shot blows up and hundreds and thousands of millions of new users come in and they're like, oh, these badges. So I am curious to see what it does overnight, or not overnight. Well, when the badges come, what happens overnight and how it affects it. Def Juke says Top Shot directly said the injury will not limit production of LaMelo moments. There you go. There you go. That's the thing. In the arena of Top Shot, it's possible that Rookie of the Year title actually holds real value. Maybe. I just know in the card, not that cardboard is the same as Top Shot, but again, how much are your Dana Barros rookie cards going for? I can't believe that's the name I keep pulling to. How about Kerry Kittles? There we go. There's a different team. It's not the Celtics. Is a Kerry Kittles rookie worth a lot right now? Although he didn't win Rookie of the Year. That's a bad example, Matt. I'm using rookies who didn't become superstars. So I'll go back to Malcolm Brogdon. Do we think Malcolm Brogdon, if he had the Rookie of the Year, like if this started 5 years ago and Michael Carter Williams had got Rookie of the Year, do we think Michael Carter, like I think it only matters if the player becomes great. So I think we should be, and I might be wrong. Again, I might be wrong, but I just think it holds more value if it becomes a great player. So like if you're flipping a coin between, because Anthony Edwards and LaMelo both seem like they're going to be really good for a while. And if you're flipping a coin of who to own because you're like, I think they have the same exact trajectory as a player, but Anthony Edwards has a better chance at winning Rookie of the Year. I agree. I like it as a tiebreaker. But for me, I just like, if I'm going after a rookie, it's because I think they're going to be a great player. Cool. This is Chris Johnson. Thanks for being here, Chris. Cooler moments versus first on the site is an interesting debate. If they release a Vince Carter Raptors moment, I'm spending more of that on his first moment. Yeah, I think what I'll say about that, Chris, is I think both of those moments are sick, right? Vince Carter run it back would be incredible. Anything on the Raptors, any of those massive dunks, highlights that he used to throw out, I think absolutely. But I also think that last moment is pretty sick too. But I think like that is a great conversation on like players who don't have a lot of moments right now, especially like those rookie moments where that LaMelo assist sucks. Even his rising star moment is like fine. But if we start getting like, there was that game LaMelo like closed out a win against the Suns where he was just blowing by whoever was covering him. and he had a couple of really nice dunks. You know, we're going to start seeing moments like that. Are we going to want that more than that 4K rookie? I mean, maybe not, because there'll be more of them. But I am curious what that's going to look like. All right, let's look up Zion real quick, because I'm always down to talk Zion. He's my favorite like league pass watch right now. And again, he put up like a quiet 29 and 7 last night. So his 35K moment, you're a sub $50. Again, when we talk about entry points, you want to spend less than $50, you can get a Zion. That's exciting. His series 2 out of 15K is only 135. I like that. I'm not really interested. Wow. I would spend, this one is I guess the dunk moment's a little bit nicer. But out of 7,500 for a 7,500 LE, and it's a $200 moment. I like that. I think once we leave there, it starts getting a little bit more pricey. But I do think, like, if you have that money, there's still a lot of meat on the bone there, I think. His series 1 block, this is his first moment on the site too, right? Because it's also his rookie debut. And this block is so sick. This is when we talk like the volleyball spike. Get the hell out. God, I love Zion. I love Zion. But the best deal is probably that 135 or the 135 or the 200 right there. I think that would be my call, Noah. What else we got in the chat? Wow, I missed a lot of moments, I think. Whew, you guys are active in the chat. We love to see it. When do you think Series 3 is coming out? And do you think it will affect Series 2 and Series 1 a lot? I think in the short term, it probably affects it. But I think as more series come out, it makes Series 1 and Series 2 more valuable, right? Because the total number of moments is going to get higher and higher. And then you're going to look back at Series 1 and you're going to be like, wow, the base moment was out of 3,999 or 1,500 or whatever it is. So I think ultimately it brings more value to them. I don't know if they announced when Series 3 is coming out, but I would imagine it's towards the end of the season, like after the playoffs. And I know they did mention too that WNBA moments are coming, and that's going to come with Series 3. So maybe it coincides at the beginning of the WNBA season. That's a good question, though. I do think short term people are going to be like, ooh, no, new moments. I mean, we see it every time new moments come out. So yeah, I think that will affect it short term. But long term, I think it's good for people who are into Series 1. Yeah, Jason, I know. I mean, a lot of people who bought stuff in February are down, right? But I think still long term. Team hodl, baby. FF Doom, I have meetings every day from 9:15 to 9:45. Did you go over Seeing Stars? Yeah, they're down. They're down, Doom. I'll just say like a brief recap. It's now only $1,600 to complete the Durant and only $2,500 to complete the LeBron. So a lot cheaper. A lot cheaper. Hey, Trevor, this is a good point too, right? We're capitalizing on people who have been injured and you forget about them. I think that's part of the reason. I mean, we know Durant's a superstar, but part of the reason I think he's dipping a little bit more aggressively is just because we haven't seen him play in a while. But D'Lo and Matt, I'm probably a little bit higher on Beasley than I am on D'Angelo Russell right now, but it's a same point of like an injured guy that we're forgetting about. And Nurk too. I love Nurk, and Nurk's going to be inserted into that offense that's like a high octane offense on a team that's fun to watch. Here we go. Noah with the point. Wiggins won Rookie of the Year. Never forget. Never forget. All right, what else we got here? I think we're going to rock for like 10 or 15 more minutes, and then we'll get out of here. Chris Webber is a good example of Rookie of the Year without great value in cardboard. Yeah, and Chris Webber was a great basketball player too. So that's the other thing. Like, he was actually great. But I think it matters. The entirety of the career matters a little bit more. All right, what else we got here? Best Luka deal. What else we got? What kind of LeBron highlight will come out of the Seeing Stars challenge? I thought that was already out and about, but I gotta find that. Oh, David. Yeah, I'm gonna make that right now. It's in my own personal Excel. So I'm gonna get that into a Google link. And then actually a good reminder, I'll drop it in the Discord once it's up and ready to go. And if you haven't joined the Discord and that's something you are into, go ahead and join the Discord. Yeah, I love that people are just dumping on shitty Rookie of the Years right now. I'm with it. Frank's like Okafor, MCW. Man, I used to love Okafor. Although I was thinking of a Mecca Okafor. Did Jahlil Okafor win Rookie of the Year? Wow. Let's look up some Luka. Let's look up some Luka while we're here. Also, if you don't follow us on Twitter, follow us on Top Shot Takes at Top Shot Takes. All right. It's nice to see the Cool Cat is rebounding a little bit because that was terrifying for a while. This was at like 1,600, and this was worth like 9K for a while. His series 2 assists is only 170. I kind of like that. That's pretty nice. Someone's yelling outside my apartment. That's the only affordable one. I'll tell you that right now. His series 1 is 5,100 too. I mean, I still think that goes up at some point, but yeah, that 170. I mean, this is what's so nuts, right? Look at it. Everything around us. Look around. Everything around Luka. 5K, 26K. I don't count Seeing Stars. 22K, 23K, 2K. Oh man, this is one of my favorite series 1 moments too. That step back 3 to ice it. But yeah, you can get them. You can get them for under $200. And again, when we talk about, I say this all the time, but entry points, right? Entry points. Ooh, biggest lesson from the latest dip. Man, I don't know. I think what this dip should remind us or allow us to reflect. Let's take a second to reflect about why we're in this. Why are we in Top Shot right now? I think were you in it to just flip aggressively right away? Then fine. That's okay too. Like you can still do it. It's just a little bit harder right now because of the floor. But if you were in it long term, right? If you believed when you got in, oh, this is going to be sick 10 years from now, or 5 years from now, or even 2 years from now, then this shouldn't matter, right? Because you're not thinking about right now. It's harder because you're looking at evaluate.market and you'll be like, oh shit, I'm losing money. But if you believed in it, this is just cool because now it means there's greater opportunity to scoop some other stuff that you were probably eyeing 2 weeks ago that you were like, I can't spend $2,000 on it. And now it's sub 500. So I think if like long term, I think it's all about just being like, okay, I need to chill. I need to not freak out. Maybe don't refresh evaluate.market and just remember why you got into it. If you got into it to get stuff in February and flip it in March and April, sure, it's a little scary. It's a little scary. But yeah, here we go. Worm, dip lesson. Stay liquid, baby. Stay liquid. Frank, there's a way to do it. Is it Crypto Slam that you can see it? Not Crypto Slam. Where there's a way to see it minted, and I'm blanking on the site right now. I always look at like whatever the metallic gold moment is on Series 1 because those are the same moment usually. So like here, let's look at Luka right now. Luka's Series 1 first moment is this moment. Where is it? This is Series 1 moment. It's his first moment. And I know it's his first moment on the site because when I scroll down to metallic gold, it's also the metallic gold moment. So there's an easier way to do it, Frank, but that's how I've been doing it. Oh, Patrick Corain's in the house. My biggest lesson from the dip is that premium player Series 1 stuff is greater than everything else. It holds up so much better. Yeah, I mean, this kind of goes back to, I just like firmly believe that if you buy great players, like focus on great players. But yeah, Series 1 in particular, you're seeing less of a hold. Like we were looking at Jokic earlier, right? And how his Series 1 moment's actually gone up a little bit. So I think looking at that is helpful. That was that's a great takeaway. That's a great takeaway. But yeah, I mean, I get it. I'd be lying if I wasn't like, well, this sucks. This sucks. My account was worth 100K and now it's worth a lot less. So I get it. But I'm still, if anything, I mean, we were talking about this last night. It's just hard not to buy more stuff right now. I'm like teaching myself to like, all right, just wait. You don't have to spend all your money right now. Ooh, Top Shot Tacos. This is a good question. Dude, we actually have approached this pretty differently. So Dustin and Greg are the two other co-hosts on Top Shot Takes. And yeah, we'll be here tonight, I think 9:30 Eastern, but just either check the Discord or Twitter or YouTube. We'll post it ahead of time. But yeah, we actually have all approached this a little bit differently. I think Dustin and I are a little bit closer where we're focusing a lot on Series 1 and a lot on really good players, where Greg is a collector of lots of things and has a collecting background. He fires. He's just like, I want to collect a lot of stuff. So when the floor goes up, his portfolio goes up versus like specific moments rising. So he's just got a little bit of everything and sprinkles it around. Like when this Cool Cats challenge started, he picked up a bunch of those base moments that are required pretty cheap. And it's just like, yeah, I think people are going to need them. So yeah, and I think we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight too, about different ways to approach the dip. So it'll be curious to hear what his thoughts are on that. All right, what else we got here? We got 5 more minutes, I think. Tate has dropped around 40%. Oh wait, let's see. Are we talking about Jayshawn Tate? No, I like, if that's who we're talking about. Oh man, this is too cheap too. Jayshawn Tate's good. The problem we're going to run into, and Pat Corain actually made this point offline. Jayshawn Tate is going to be playing in a market where we're not going to see games. Similar to what's happening with Halliburton right now, or De'Aaron Fox with the Kings. Like, we're just not going to see the Kings on TV. I don't think we're going to see the Rockets on TV for a little while because they suck. And even next year, it doesn't look like they're going to turn it around next year either. You know, they're shopping Oladipo. Eric Gordon's probably going to be gone. Christian Wood is awesome. I think you're going to build around Christian Wood, but you're going to suck for a little while. So that's the issue with Jayshawn Tate, is we're not going to see a lot of them. But he's like, I think he's going to make the all-rookie team this year, which, again, not that that's going to have a ton of value on it, but Jayshawn Tate's a really good rookie. So I do like Jayshawn Tate quite a bit. But this is where I'm at. Like, when we talk about being unsure if we're going to continue to buy stuff, 209 is a nice price, but I'd still probably get it at 220 or 240. So I think I would just like continue to watch it, because maybe the floor, maybe we got like 4 or 5 more days before we like actually see the floor. And if that's the case, I don't know. If you're comfortable buying it, oh, you're saying you have it right now. If you have it, I'm holding Jayshawn Tate. I'm not selling it there. I should have read the whole question instead of just spewing off why you should buy it. Ooh, Keaton. What's up, Keaton? I'm not sure. What did they say? I think like 450 people have completed it already. Hard to tell. We won't know until we get closer. Ooh, Kevin. Let's actually look at Kevin Porter Jr. real quick, because last time his prices dipped aggressively since we've looked at it. And wow, yeah. So no one's bought it since we've last looked at it. It's still at 494. Whoo, baby. I like Kevin Porter Jr. What a roller coaster for the morning marketplace and Mike's love for Kevin Porter Jr. Thought he was out of the league 3 weeks ago. All it takes is me rostering the same dude 2 weeks in a row on DFS. There we go. Jackson Hayes, man. I see some talk about Jackson Hayes, but I don't know. He's putting up more highlights this year, and they're finally letting him play. He was buried for a while. He wasn't getting any minutes. He was playing behind Hernan Gomez, but yeah, I don't know. We had just looked at LeBron, but let's pull him up again because his base moments are becoming way more attainable, right? But I'm curious about, I only looked at his base. Again, sub 1,000 for that dunk, and then this actually, I think, went up a little bit since we last looked at it, but 716. But even like, wow, a series 1 is under $4,000. Another series 1 under 10. Man, these LeBrons. Yeah, they are becoming a little more attainable. I mean, these are big ass numbers. These are numbers I can't play with right now, but yeah. Not yet. We're almost there. Savon. I think I still need to figure out if I'm gonna rent a job or buy a job. I think that's where I'm at. We gotta make that decision. And yeah, let's close out on Thunder talk. Isaiah Roby. I want to look at Isaiah Roby. We'll look at Maladon. Let's look at Shea. I'm sure there's a better way to do this than what I'm doing right now. Anybody else on the Thunder we need to look at? Poku, when Poku's out. Moses Brown, when he's out here. These are the guys we're looking at, though. Let's check in Shea's Series 1. 294 for Series 1, but his first moment. Let's look at his first moment, sub 1,000. I actually think this went up a little bit, but that's still too cheap. Shea's awesome. Shea is so good. Isaiah Roby's first moment is now under $30. I definitely paid more for that. I like Isaiah Roby. And does Theo only have that one moment? So this is Theo's first moment on the site. Is that Rising Star, huh? Yeah. I like the Thunder, man. The Thunder is so interesting. The Thunder is so... Oh, Dort. Thank you. Yeah, I forgot about Dort. Again, They were some Doherty. Let me type in Doherty. The Thunder were supposed to win 5 games. They're just fun and competitive. I like them long term. I do. I like them a lot long term. Yeah, the Roby moment is sick. Yeah, we need a Moses Brown. Look at that. Look at this. You guys trying to goad me into purchasing the Ja right now, huh? Sean, I'm not going to share Horford. I know he's on there, but I just don't want to look up Horford highlights. Yeah, Diallo's on the Pistons now. Has he been playing, though? Has Diallo been actually... Has he played yet? Because I know he was dinged up for a little bit when he got traded. $18. Diallo's good, too. Diallo is a good player. I like this moment, too. I think I own a couple of them, though, so keep that in mind. Oh, Baisley. Oh, wait, yeah. That's a good call. I know Kyle K is like, you can search by team, you idiot. I know. Big old dummy. All right, let's see Baisley. $12. Darius Baisley, too. Man, I like all of these guys. Oh, wow. This is Josh, you just save this for the top hot takes tonight when we do some hot takes. College jersey numbers. Wow. All right, this will be the last thing we do today because I haven't done any of these type of questions. And it's 1,500, so it's kind of fun. So Best Buy under 1,500. Let's do it by descending because let's look at the expensive stuff first. Chris Paul, first round. That's not a fun get, though. But I do love Chris Paul. Colin Sexton Metallic Gold Series 1 is pretty interesting. The Cavs are... I'm not going to call them fun. I'm going to hesitate to call them fun. But Colin Sexton's showing some real stuff this year. There it is. Boom. Jokic, $14.99 for Series 1. First moment on the site. This little boom to the hole. I like that Jokic. All right, but everybody knew I was going to say that, so let's look at a few more. De'Aaron Fox, so fresh. Again, Fox has that Kings problem, or you're just not going to see him play. Steph Curry, the three-pointer from Series 1 from Steph is pretty good, too. Like, I don't think you can go wrong with stuff like that. All of these run it back. No, I don't want any of these run it back, guys. I like run it back in general, but Jaren Jackson, Series 1, 1450 out of 275. Like, that's pretty nice. That's kind of... The thing about the Eastern Conference stuff, too, is that a lot of those... Or I guess it was Eastern Conference Finals that got burned, but... Jimmy Butler Eastern Conference Finals feels too cheap, too. If you want, like, a Series 1 rare. Jason Tatum, I mean... Yeah, this is too cheap. Series 1, Jason Tatum. Let me look up Tatum real quick. So my first thought is Jokic, because I do think he's going to win MVP. So my first thought is Jokic, but I wanted to see... Oh, I scrolled too far down. So is this his first moment? Series 1, 1,300? Yeah, it's got to be. That's... I think it's Tatum or Jokic right there. I think it's Tatum or Jokic. All right. Dame, too. Yeah, Dame's a good buy. Look at a lot of love by the work with Overzet and Patrick. That was nice. You guys are nice, and Davis. All right, guys. We're going to wrap up here, I think. This was a lot of fun. Again, I'll throw the Discord link one more time if you want to hang out there. I'll also start putting it in the show notes because that's way easier than sharing it in the chat a bunch of times like a big idiot, right? We're going to be back tonight. I think it's going to be 9:30 Eastern. You know, if you want to do a last-minute like and subscribe, please do that. We'll be back again tomorrow at 9 Eastern. We've got 11 games on the slate tonight, so hopefully more DFS sweats. Yeah, and then again, I'm not going to do this on Friday or Monday of next week because I got to go check out a wedding venue. That's what's happening. We're looking at wedding venues. First time traveling in 15 months, so let's get excited. Future, we'll leave with this. Future energy. Is the market going to go back up? Who knows, dude? Who knows? All right, everybody. Yeah, and if you actually, I think we might do some pack openings tonight. So if you were someone who got one of those last pack drops, the cool cats, you haven't ripped it yet, or you're sitting on something, we'll make an announcement about that. So, all right, cool. Let's get out of here. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Again, this is far more fun when you're here. So we'll see ya tonight.